What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. It's the day before Thanksgiving, and I'm filming this video for you today. It's been a rough couple of days, to say the least. Video coming soon on the G-Wagon because it broke down in the rain, in the freezing cold, and left my elderly mother, myself, and my son stranded in one of the most dangerous situations I've been in many, many years. It was extremely sketchy, and a 4-hour wait time for AAA, which I've been paying for 7 years and never use. It was fun. So what happened with the Used Motor Vehicle Commission that changed everything? I'm still trying to figure all of that out myself, and I've asked the person that's, I have like one person that I'm dealing with. I'm not going to mention names, and I need to point out, I shouldn't have to, but I need to point out, I am not throwing shade at the Used Motor Vehicle Commission. I am simply documenting exactly what I'm going through, and I'm telling you guys how I feel about what's going on. This is not throwing shade at the state of Oklahoma. I'm frustrated, okay? I'm really, really frustrated because I went through a lot to get this retail license, including signing a contract. The contract stated that I would accept all the charges against me, and I would pay a $24,000 fine in 6 equal installments of about $4,000. That's $4,000 a month. Put that into perspective, that is well over double my mortgage every month to pay off this fine. And am I happy about it? No, I'm not, because I still don't feel like I did enough wrong to justify being fined $24,000. I just don't. My honest feelings on this is that Copart sold these cars to the public. They should not have done that, okay? I was not aware, and part of the blame is on me. I should have been aware. I accept responsibility for my actions. I take responsibility, but at the same time, I feel like this entire burden just should not be on me. Because every 2 years, I have to renew my wholesale license. And every 2 years, Copart requires me to submit a new wholesale license to them to prove that I still am an active dealer. So Copart has my documents. Copart knows that I am a wholesale dealer. So if they are not supposed to sell my cars to the public, why did they sell my cars to the public? To me, it seems like they did something wrong, and that should be on them, not me. More than happy to pay fines for the things I'm responsible for. Unfortunately, I feel like it all got dumped on me, and I just don't feel like that's fair. I thought Copart was doing what they were allowed to do. I thought I was doing what I was allowed to do, and you know, as my dad used to say, you thought wrong. I thought wrong. I did. I thought wrong. I did not knowingly or intentionally break the laws of the state by selling cars to the public. I legitimately thought that Copart was doing what they were legally allowed to do because they are a separate entity. Copart is an auto auction. They are allowed to sell cars to the public. So I thought by selling them through Copart, I'm good. I thought wrong, and now I'm paying the price for it. And it's really disappointing, but at the end of the day, I've already agreed to this, okay? Whether I think it's fair or not, I got news for you guys. Life's not fair, okay? It's not fair. It's just things happen, and you have to deal with things as they come. So I dealt with it. So we agreed 6-month payments of $4,000 a month for the $24,000. We agreed that I would open a retail dealership because that's what they wanted me to do. I went and I paid for the retail license. I paid for all the bonds and insurance and everything that goes along with a retail license. Santa and Jason S. and Monkey Wrench Mike and myself, we all put up a sign. Santa's Workshop helped build the sign. You know, we all put in a lot of effort and work to get to the point where we could have a retail dealership, and then to be told, yeah, it's just not going to happen. It's really a slap in the face, you know, and yeah, I'm really upset about it. So I get an email saying, you know, it was voted on and it was denied, and it's because the Board of Commissioners wants me to pay the $24,000 off faster. They're not satisfied with the 6-month time frame that I was given to pay it off. And I'm like, okay. So I asked a very simple question. How long do I have to pay it off? Like what are we looking for? Do you want me to put $10,000 up front now? I'll put some like earnest cash or something up right now. I'll pay $10,000 now. Can I pay the $24,000 off right now? Yes, I can. I can. But guys, as I've said in many other videos, I have spent so much cash out of my bank account. I can't keep hemorrhaging money like this, or I'm not going to have any money left. Like this has gotten ridiculous. So yes, if I need to pay the $24,000 out of pocket, I can. I can. I just don't think I can bring myself to do it. So I asked the guy, like, what kind of terms are we looking at here? And he said he didn't know. He said, I really don't know. He said, you're going to need to talk to another guy, and maybe he can tell you. So I call up the other guy. And by the way, the other guy, he's been very, very helpful, man. Like the other guy's been, him and I didn't used to get along. In fact, we were the opposite of getting along. we did not get along. It looks like he's retiring, which I feel like is kind of a shame, because this last time, like, he's really had my back. There were people in that big meeting that we had. I was surrounded by state investigators. Like, it felt like an ambush, really. There had been at least 6 people surrounding me at this big table, and they were all taking turns, like, digging through all of my paperwork, looking for any mistakes that I've made, right? I mean, an audit is no joke. Horrible experience. And what I noticed is like, a lot of them were saying, I think we need to send him before the Board of Commissioners to be like not just fined, but like, if you go before the Board of Commissioners, it can ruin your life. I'm not kidding. Like, it could actually ruin your life being sent before the Board of Commissioners like that. And the guy that I'm talking to now, he's the chief investigator, and he said no. He said, we're not doing that. He said, I don't think we need to do that. I think he understood that I did not do any of this intentionally. I did not do this on purpose. But unfortunately, I still have to pay for it. But at the same time, it could have been worse. So I get in touch with him, and I'm like, what am I needing to do here? And he said that he can't really tell me what the Board of Commissioners wants either. He said, but what he thinks is the case is he thinks that the Board of Commissioners wants me to pay off the fine before they're going to ever give me a dealer's license. So that leaves me here with you guys today. That leaves me at the end of the year, at the worst possible time. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? It's holiday time. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, and this gets dropped in my lap. Am I going to... I'm so sick of having to cough up money all the time. I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of just forking over money constantly to everybody. I'm just absolutely sick and tired of it. So what do? I mean, I don't have many options, right? I really don't. I can pay him the $24,000. I can come off the money. I can eat it and pay it. But what that means by doing that, there's a lot of people that seem to think that I'm rich and I have an infinite amount of money. Boy, are you wrong. Boy, are you wrong. No. I've been even though a lot of people might see some of the things I have and they think I'm really stupid with my money. Video content is one thing, the business is one thing, but it's like, I have put money up. I have kept money put aside for a rainy day, and everybody should. If you can, you should have like a rainy day you need to have money put back, because just like I'm showing you right now, it could be 5-6 years of everything going good, then one day, boom, someone comes in and now they want $24,000. It's been rough. It's been rough because the money has just been going down, down, down. Took me a long time to save up so that I had a nice little stack of cash in the bank for a rainy day. And I guess it's a rainy day. But for me, I was saving that money for something that I felt like was more of an emergency. But there's just been so much happening just back to back to back to back. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. Coming off of that kind of cash in one lump sum, just because I can do it, doesn't mean that I can convince myself that I need to do it. I know that I need to, but because what's going to happen if I don't? And here's the thing, this is going to get voted on again. It goes before the Board of Commissioners again for another vote on December the 9th. That will be the last vote of the year. What that means is that if the Board of Commissioners does not approve our terms on the next vote, December 9th, we are out of business. That's what that means. That means we are out of business as of January 1st, 2026. AAR Auto Sales will be out of business. That means no buying anything from auctions. That also means I will not have access to Copart. I mean, I can still film at Copart, and I can film at insurance auto auctions because I have deals with them to do that. But I will not be able to purchase or sell cars through those auctions. Same thing with ACV auctions, which is where I'm currently selling and buying a lot of my cars from. I won't be able to buy or sell from ACV auctions either. So we're out. Like January 1, we are out. So I have a big decision to make. Do I just pay the $24,000 and we move forward? Still, it has to be voted on December 9th. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. But if I come off that $24,000, if what they're really upset about is the payment plan structure, then you can't argue with giving them all the money up front. If they have all the money, then it's like, okay, we're good. We have the dealership. But guys, we are pushing the timeline here. Like, we are really, really pushing the timeline here, because what happens? This is the big question. What happens if January 1, we don't have a dealership anymore? I don't know the answer to that. I have no idea what that means. I've never been in this position before. What happens to the cars that I currently own? Because even though I've sold pretty much everything off, I think I have about 8 cars. I'm probably going to get rid of at least 1 or 2 more before next year, just as a safety precaution. But we should still be left with probably somewhere between 6 and 7, maybe 6 and 8 cars come January 1. What does that mean? Am I just stuck with them? I can't sell them and I can't buy any new content? As far as new content goes, I can buy cars. I would not be able to buy them from the auction unless I used something like Auto Bidmaster or something. I could use a broker to bid on some cars for me, I suppose, but we still have no way of getting rid of them. It doesn't do me any good to bring cars onto the channel if I can't unload them when I'm done. And I don't know. I don't know that I have it in me to just come off of the $24,000. Mainly because I came up with a plan that worked financially for me, a plan that kept me in a comfortable position financially. Okay, because my concern is, what if something really serious happens? Like my dog. Okay, a lot of people may not consider that serious. I consider that very serious. My dogs are my family. Okay, they're part of my family. They love us unconditionally. And Sugar got very sick. She's an old dog. This is a dog that I would spend any amount of money on. If I went to the doctor and they said we could save her, but it's going to cost you $24,000, I'd come off $24,000 like that. I mean, instantly, no questions asked, not a second thought about it. I would do anything to save that dog's life. God forbid something happened to Nick or Jessica or myself. We got really sick and we needed money for medical expenses. Again, no questions asked. You come off the money just like that. You do what you got to do. But if I spend this money is money that is no longer there for an emergency situation. And I'm sorry, I know that this is an emergency situation, but this is not my definition of an emergency. Okay, I'm thinking health, medical type situation. It could be financial too. Like if YouTube went away or something, if something catastrophic happened, I need to know I got that money put back. As soon as I let off of it, guys, it's gone. Okay, that money is gone, and it's going to take me forever to stack up that kind of money again. I guess I feel like I said it earlier. It's like somebody's always got their hand out. Everybody wants more. And at the end of the day, I can only earn so much. I mean, how many more videos am I supposed to make? I'm putting out 3 videos a day. And for the majority of my YouTube career, I have been putting out a video a day. Now we're doing 3. How many more videos can I make? Realistically, I don't have time. I don't have time as it is to do anything anymore and I'm not complaining. I love what I do. I love making YouTube content. I absolutely love it. This is a dream job for me. I don't want anybody thinking that I'm complaining about the job. I'm not. I'm just saying there is a limit to how much I can make, meaning there is also a limit to how much I can spend. I have to spend money to make YouTube videos or I don't get the content. And am I supposed to pay the $24,000 to the state? Or do we throw it all away and see what happens? Because if we do that, I don't know what that means. I really don't. I don't know what happens. And that seems like the position we're in. I feel like we're in a position of we either hand over all the money and figure it out and continue doing what we're doing. And then I have one other concern. One more concern about this. If I hand over the money, we start a retail dealership. Okay, starting next year, January 1, we transition over to a retail dealership. Let me tell you what I'm most concerned about with a retail dealership, which is why I never wanted to do one. I did a retail dealership long ago. Okay, way before I had any involvement with YouTube. There is so much paperwork to keep track of, and I am still one person. But now I'm one person that not only has the responsibility of everything I'm already responsible for, but now I have the responsibility of all these extra documents, not just the documents. Oklahoma recently started doing these online. It's supposed to make things easier, but it's not, because the responsibility for doing tags and stuff is now all on the dealers. Used to, the customer, you give the customer a temporary tag, you put all your stuff in your folder, and you forget about it. Not anymore. You still have to do all that. You still have to give the customer a temporary tag, but now you have to file for their plates for them online. Oklahoma also became an electronic titling state. That's a whole nother. There's so much to deal with. Let me give you one example. There is an as-is disclosure form that's federally required to be on every single vehicle on your lot. Every vehicle, no exception. And federal means this is a nationwide rule, okay? This one paper, so basically an as-is / warranty disclaimer that has to be in the window or hanging on the rearview mirror, has to be visible. If you don't have that paper, it is a $10,000 fine per incident. That is no joke. I'm not playing. That paper, that one paper can cost you $10,000. You could have 30 cars on your lot, and if one of them is missing, and here's the problem I have with that too. I know what you're thinking. Just make sure you've got them in the car. Obviously, yeah, no duh. God, I went back to 1993 there for a second. No duh. Oh, if only. Anyway, no duh. Oh my God. Talk to the hand, right? It's not that simple because I have deliveries coming in 24 hours a day. Okay, cars show up when they show up. I'm usually not there, which means if a car shows up at 2 o'clock in the morning, boom, they drop it off. Sometimes I don't get to buyers. Not every day. I don't always get to buyers every single day. Most days I do, but what if I take a trip? Let's say I take a trip and I go up to Indiana. There's not going to be anybody down at the lot making sure if a car got dropped off, it's got the as-is disclaimer in the windshield, right? That is just one small example of how things could go wrong. One of those papers is a $10,000 fine. And then let's not forget, I just had to spend, about $250 on all the state required documentation that I have to have, all the forms that I have to fill out for each car sold. Okay. Now, not only do I have to deal with just the minimal amount of paperwork, that I got in trouble with through the state because I did not keep good enough records. That is my fault. I take full responsibility for that. Okay? I'm obviously keeping track of my documents now. I've got a whole new filing system and I've got a whole new method of doing things, guys. I keep copies of copies of copies. I have paperwork for days. I will not make that mistake ever, ever, ever again. But now we add to that at least another 5 or 6 documents per car that has to be filled out, copied, put into folders as well. I'm one person running this entire operation. Guys, I do everything. I find the cars, I fix the cars, I sell the cars, okay? I pay for all the bills associated with it. I file all the paperwork, I do the taxes, I do everything, the editing, thumbnails, filming, everything. I do all of this by myself. Do I have the ability to take on a retail dealership and have to start adding all of this extra work onto my already overflowing plate? I worry, I really worry that if we take on a retail dealership here and I get audited again in the future, we could be in a whole lot more trouble, facing a whole lot more fines and penalties than we're facing right now. So I have a lot of decisions to make. I have a lot to think about. And as of the making of this video, the day before Thanksgiving, I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. When I come to a decision, I will come out with a new video and I will tell you guys what the plan is. But I'm so torn right now. I'm so torn. I don't want to come off the money. I can, but I don't want to. But at the same time, I am terrified of the added responsibility of a retail dealership. I don't want it. I never wanted a retail dealership. So this is something I didn't want in the first place. And now I'm being told, let me clarify. I was not told that I had to come up off of $24,000. Nobody said that. It was just implied that that would probably guarantee that things would go better the next go around. So I don't know. I guess that's the end of the video. I just don't know. Oh, and we got hail out here. Hail. It's wintertime, right? Isn't it winter? Is it? I don't know. It's almost December. It's Thanksgiving tomorrow. We got a hailstorm. And it totally nailed Jessica's car. I'll show you that real quick. And then this this thing is having, I can't even explain to you how many things have gone wrong with the G-Wagon. It was doing so good. This thing was doing so good. It ended up having to be towed home. And I'm being completely honest with you. I have no idea what's wrong with it. I have no idea what happened. But I'll tell you this, I filmed all of it, everything. The moment I realized we were in trouble, I started filming. So I do have a video of this thing coming very, very soon. Cleaned out the garage the other day, and we've got a truck just full of junk. Thankfully, my truck was not here when the hailstorm hit. Unfortunately, Jessica's car got hammered. It's so hard to see on video, but this thing is just riddled in hail dents. There's one there. I mean, they're honestly everywhere. The insurance adjuster had to actually come out and physically inspect it because I tried taking pictures. You just can't see it. You just can't see it on camera, I guess. And this is a damn good camera, but it's just really, really difficult to see. I mean, it's literally everywhere. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this whole thing is made of aluminum. I mean, it's the pillars, it's down here, it's the entire roof, the entire hood, all of it, all down the side, both sides as well. So this is going to have to go to a PDR place and get taken care of. Just one more thing to add to the list of things that I currently have to do. I wonder if the battery is still... No. Battery. Yeah, that's a new problem too. Battery is now dying. you can't keep the battery charged anymore. Something is very wrong with this. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to get out of here. I got to put these sunglasses on. We have a lot of things going on. There's a lot of big decisions to make, and I guess what I'm going to do is just ask you guys, if you were in my situation, what would you do? There are a lot of other options that I didn't discuss in this video because they're things that I'm kind of thinking about privately. I don't want to put this stuff out publicly yet. There are some other options. I don't really like any of them because I love Oklahoma. I would love to stay here. Jessica loves Oklahoma. Nick loves Oklahoma. We don't want to pack up and leave. We built our new home here. Although I hate the gravel roads, whatever. We thought that at some point they would pave them, but looking like probably not. We still love our home. We love Oklahoma, and we don't want to pack up and leave if we can help it. So there's a lot to consider. There's a lot to think about. Why don't you guys do me a favor? Drop your comments down below, and I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving tomorrow. Enjoy time with family. Enjoy good food, and remember, it's a time to be thankful for the things that we have. As many bad things are happening right now. I know I'm not the only one going through the ringer. I'm sure a lot of you are going through your own stuff too. It's all part of life, right? Just be thankful. Find time tomorrow to just put it all down and be thankful for the people and the things that we have, because life is a blessing. It doesn't matter how bad things get. We get through it, right? It's what we do. We get through it. So happy Thanksgiving to all of you and to your families. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing you all again very soon in the next one.